Babylon, an ancient city-state located in Mesopotamia, now modern-day Iraq, stands as one of the most renowned and significant cities in ancient history. Renowned for its impressive architecture, extensive cultural achievements, and formidable political power, Babylon's history spans several millennia. The city reached its zenith under the rule of King Hammurabi in the 18th century BCE and later under King Nebuchadnezzar II in the 6th century BCE. This essay will delve into the history of Babylon, exploring its rise, cultural and technological advancements, and its ultimate decline. Early history and foundation. The origins of Babylon can be traced back to the 3rd millennium BCE, though precise details about its early history remain obscure. It is believed that the city was founded during the Akkadian Empire, c. 2334 to 2154 BCE, a period marked by the unification of various Sumerian city-states under the rule of Sargon of Akkad. Babylon likely started as a small town or administrative center within this larger empire. The first significant mention of Babylon in historical records occurs during the reign of the 3rd dynasty of Ur, c. 2112 to 2004 BCE. During this period, Babylon began to emerge as a prominent city within the region of southern Mesopotamia. However, it wasn't until the rise of the Amorite dynasty that Babylon started to gain substantial power and influence. Rise of Babylon under Hammurabi. The most notable period in early Babylonian history came during the reign of King Hammurabi, c. 1792 to 1750 BCE. Hammurabi is best known for his comprehensive code of laws, the Code of Hammurabi, one of the earliest and most complete written legal codes in history. His reign marked a time of significant expansion and consolidation for Babylon. Hammurabi embarked on a series of military campaigns to expand his kingdom, successfully conquering neighboring city-states and regions such as Larsa, Eshnunna, and Mari. Through these conquests, he unified much of Mesopotamia under Babylonian rule, transforming Babylon into a major political and cultural center. The Code of Hammurabi, inscribed on a stele, was a landmark achievement in the development of legal systems. It established a set of laws that covered various aspects of daily life, including trade, property rights, family relations, and criminal justice. The code emphasized the principle of retributive justice, famously captured in the phrase an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Babylonian culture and achievements. During its peak, Babylon became a hub of cultural and intellectual activity. The city was renowned for its impressive architecture, including the famous ziggurat known as Itmenenki, which some scholars believe inspired the biblical story of the Tower of Babel. The ziggurat was a massive stepped pyramid dedicated to the god Marduk, the chief deity of Babylon. Babylonian society was highly stratified, with a distinct hierarchy of classes. At the top were the king and the nobility, followed by priests, merchants, and artisans. The majority of the population consisted of farmers and laborers. The city's economy was based on agriculture, trade, and craftsmanship. The Babylonians were skilled in various crafts, including weaving, pottery, and metallurgy. One of the most significant contributions of Babylonian civilization was in the field of astronomy. Babylonian astronomers meticulously recorded celestial events and developed a sophisticated understanding of the movements of planets and stars. They created detailed star catalogs and established the foundations for later astronomical studies. The Babylonians also made advancements in mathematics, developing a sexagesimal, base 60, number system that is still used today to measure time and angles. The Kassite period and decline. Following the death of Hammurabi, Babylon faced a period of decline and instability. The empire fragmented, and Babylon came under the control of various foreign powers. In the 16th century BCE, the Kassites, a people of uncertain origin, took control of Babylon and established the Kassite dynasty, which lasted for several centuries. The Kassite period is often considered a relatively stable and prosperous time for Babylon, despite the lack of significant military conquests. The Kassites maintained and even restored many of the cultural and architectural achievements of their predecessors. They also introduced new elements to Babylonian culture, such as the worship of new deities and the use of the horse-drawn chariot. However, by the end of the second millennium BCE, Babylon's power began to wane. The city faced invasions from various groups, including the Elamites and the Assyrians. The Assyrians, in particular, became a dominant force in the region and eventually incorporated Babylon into their empire. Neo-Babylonian Empire and Nebuchadnezzar II. The most famous and illustrious period of Babylonian history came with the rise of the Neo-Babylonian Empire in the 7th century BCE. This resurgence was largely due to the efforts of King Nabopolassar, who successfully rebelled against Assyrian rule and established a new Babylonian dynasty. However, it was his son, King Nebuchadnezzar II, c. 605–562 BCE, who elevated Babylon to its greatest heights. Nebuchadnezzar II is best known for his ambitious building projects and military conquests. Under his rule, Babylon became the largest and most magnificent city in the ancient world. He expanded the city's walls, constructed grand temples, and built the famous Hanging Gardens of Babylon, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, although their existence remains a subject of debate among historians. Nebuchadnezzar's military campaigns extended Babylonian influence throughout the Near East. He successfully defeated the Egyptian forces at the Battle of Carchemish in 605 BCE, securing control over Syria and Palestine. He also conducted numerous campaigns against the Kingdom of Judah, culminating in the destruction of Jerusalem in 586 BCE and the subsequent Babylonian captivity of the Jewish population. Cultural and technological achievements. The Neo-Babylonian period was marked by significant cultural and technological advancements. Babylonian scholars continued to excel in astronomy and mathematics. They refined their understanding of the lunar calendar and developed methods for predicting solar and lunar eclipses. The Babylonians also made important contributions to medicine, including the use of herbal remedies and surgical techniques. Art and architecture flourished during this period, with the construction of grand temples, palaces, and public buildings. The Ishtar Gate, adorned with colorful glazed bricks and reliefs of mythical creatures, is a prime example of Babylonian architectural prowess. The gate served as the main entrance to the city and was dedicated to the goddess Ishtar. Babylonian literature also thrived, with scribes producing works of poetry, mythology, and religious texts. The Epic of Gilgamesh, one of the oldest known literary works, continued to be copied and studied during this period. The Babylonians preserved and transmitted a wealth of knowledge from earlier Mesopotamian civilizations, ensuring its legacy for future generations. Decline and fall. Despite its grandeur, the Neo-Babylonian Empire was relatively short-lived. Following the death of Nebuchadnezzar II, Babylon experienced a period of political instability and internal strife. Subsequent kings struggled to maintain control and faced numerous rebellions and external threats. In 539 BCE, Babylon fell to the Persian Empire under the leadership of Cyrus the Great. The conquest of Babylon marked the end of the Neo-Babylonian Empire and the beginning of Persian rule. Cyrus is said to have entered the city peacefully, and Babylon retained a significant degree of autonomy under Persian governance. Under Persian rule, Babylon remained an important administrative and cultural center. The city continued to flourish, but its political power waned. Over time, the significance of Babylon diminished as new centers of power emerged in the region. By the time of Alexander the Great's conquest in the 4th century BCE, Babylon had become a shadow of its former self. Conclusion. Babylon's history is a rich tapestry of conquest, cultural achievements, and technological advancements. From its early days as a modest town to its zenith under Hammurabi and Nebuchadnezzar II, Babylon played a central role in shaping the ancient Near East. Despite its eventual decline, the city's legacy endures, continuing to inspire and inform our understanding of ancient civilizations. Babylon stands as a testament to the enduring power of human creativity and the lasting impact of cultural and intellectual achievements.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel.